Hello my loves, how are you? It's me, Saifa. I'm back with another video for you guys. I took another suggestion from one of you guys who asked for a contouring video, so it's here for you guys. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to highlight and how to contour your face, your nose, to make your face look slimmer and all of that good stuff. So if you think you're interested in watching that, then watch the video and I'll show you guys how to do it. And I wanted to say that what I'm doing today is extreme contour. I'm not doing this every day. I don't do this every day because who has the time to be cream contouring and powder contouring? Just this is the full on, but for beginners, like explaining how to do it. Okay, so please do not forget to subscribe. Welcome to my family. We'll find a name. Suggestions, please. I need to find a name for my fam bam. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and ring the bell. Okay, so if you would like to see how I contour my face, then keep on watching. So to begin with, when it comes to contouring your face, I need to be moisturized because this is like a full-on makeup. Okay, this is not the easy contour. So I am going to be moisturizing my face. I'm already moisturized, I'm already primed. No, I'm already moisturized. I have my SPF on as well, so I'm just going to be putting a moisturizing primer because I'm going with a really mattifying foundation today. Okay, so I'm going to be placing the primer. This primer is so good and it smells like coconut. So if you're allergic to coconuts though, beware that this does have coconut water, I think, inside. Too Faced Hangover Primer, Skin Protecting SPF 25 Moisturizer. I'm also be filling in my pores. I need to do that. I gotta do that. When I'm doing the whole thing, I want to use a full coverage foundation because the contour itself is going to be full coverage, so you don't want to go with like a BB cream or a light coverage and then do the whole full on contour. It just looks off. So I will go in with the Huda Beauty foundation. This is one of my most full coverage, one of my most full coverage foundations. I'm going to take a pump of that and put it all over my face. I'll be using a wet sponge to blend it all out. Now that my foundation is on, I'm going to do some highlighting with some concealer. Now when it comes to contouring, what you put, the darker shade that you use is going to make like bone structure in your face. It's going to sculpt your face, and it's also going to be receding backwards. Okay, what you put when you put light on your face, lighter concealer basically, it's what is going to come forward. So you want to highlight and you want to contour. So whatever you want to be seen, you put the lighter color. Whatever you want to go back, you put a darker color. So for now, we're going to be putting some concealer to highlight my face. I'm going to be using this one here from Tarte Shape Tape. You can use any concealer that's a bit lighter than your skin tone. 1 to 2 shades, don't go overboard. Okay, like this one, I love this one a lot. So I'm going to be putting the concealer where I want to highlight my face, which is for me and for most people where the light hits, it's right under your eyes. I'm going to be bringing it down my nose. This helps to make your nose slimmer. So I'm putting it right by my nose. I also like to highlight my forehead like a circle, just this small part here to bring that forward, and your chin also. See, even if you just look at me, you can see that my chin has light here, so I'm going to be highlighting my chin. Okay, and to make my nose slimmer, like this is like reverse contour, I'm going to be highlighting just the middle of my nose. So once we know where we're going to highlight, now we're going to look at where we're going to contour. Now to contour also, you're going to go a few shades darker than your skin tone, and there's a few options here. Like this is from LA Girl. This is quite cheap. everyone can afford it. You can even find it in Tanzania, okay, HSM or something. They have a bunch of these in a different shade, so you can just choose shades that's lighter to highlight, and you can also choose the shades that's darker to contour your face. There's another one like this one from Fenty Beauty. It's in a stick form, very good to contour. And there's another one here that's from Huda Beauty. This is called the Tantour. I do love this one. It's very easy to blend. So depending on what you want to, how you want to use it, or how you're comfortable using, you can just use whatever you want. Today we are going to use the one from Fenty. A little bit of this. If you find it like it's dry and it's hard to blend, you can put some oil, like a drop of oil, just so you can easily blend it. Now you're going to look at your face. You can already see where I have the darkness around my skin. Like, it's not sculpted, but you can see where the dark area is, right where it needs to be sculpted some more, okay? I'm sure you can see it. So I'm just going to follow the dark marks on my skin and sculpt right there. I am going higher than lower, because if you go higher, you're going to bring your face up. You're going to look more awake, you're going to look more young, you're going to look better. But if you bring it downwards, it's actually bringing your face down, like you're drooping, like you're old, okay? So do go higher. I like to go higher with my face. I like to bring everything up. Make sure you sculpt the same way on both sides, starting from your ear, okay? You bring it from your ear, you come forward. When I do it right here under my cheeks, I like to do it right here under my cheeks because I have huge cheeks. So if I bring it and cut my cheeks become smaller and more lifted up, okay? So that's why I bring it halfway to my cheeks. You can also just bring it here like a moon shape and actually just cut your cheeks off. Makeup is illusions. And then you can go under your chin. We all have that double chin, and sculpt like so. And for the forehead, people, I have like a 5 head. I like to contour it cutting the sides. I like to cut the sides, and I also like to cut the top. If you don't have a big forehead, you do not have to do this. Not everything that I'm doing you have to do. You have to keep trying different ways and different areas of your face to see, and then look at yourself and see if you look better or you look, you know, you can tell. Just keep trying it until you find something that's perfect for you, because I can't tell you through the skin, like, because of different face shapes. There's heart, there's oval, there's round. With all these you need to sculpt a little bit different, okay? So just work on your face and see what you like. Let's start blending. I do want to emphasize that I don't do this every day. This is like makeup for wedding, for a big party, where I really want to look all snatched up. But you don't have to do this every day, unless you want to. You always want to look this flawless, then you can. I also want to bring light to the area of my mouth, but I'm not adding any more product. I'm just using the product that I have on my sponge. You have to always remember that you don't need to put the product everywhere, because your sponge does have product in it. So the places where you just need a little bit, just use the same sponge. Now let's just blend out my cheeks. I'm going to use the same, I'm just going to change the sponge. I'm going to use a different sponge. Take your time with it, okay? And blend upwards. We put it up, we want to keep it up. I don't want to bring it to my eyebrow, but I don't want to bring it anywhere down, so I'm just keeping my sponge right here and blending it right on the spot. You can do the same thing using a brush. The reason why I like to use a sponge is because I don't want to disrupt so much of my foundation that's underneath. Like I don't want to be rubbing like this and rubbing the coverage that I already put down, worked so hard for underneath. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, even when I'm using a brush, is actually using the brush like I'm using a sponge. Just tap it. I'm actually going to be pushing this into my hairline. You don't want to see like dark and then light and then your hair, okay? Make sure you're bringing it up to your hairline so that you don't have that gap of darkness and light. Now, once I'm blended, I still find it like strong. So I'm going to go with the same sponge that I used to blend foundation and the concealer. You guys, you can also, if you did this with a brush, you just go with the same sponge that you used to apply your foundation and you go on top of it and just blend everything together. This still has some product, so it will help you blend everything better, make it look less harsh on your face, like so. Now to make my nose longer, I of course have to use a small brush for this. When it comes to your nose contour, I'm just gonna take a small brush. Let's see how we can make this nose longer. Okay, make sure you bring it closer together. If you sculpt further away, it will make your nose wider. Okay, so make sure the lines are quite close together, like to bring your nose, make your nose longer, actually draw the line all the way coming to your eyebrows. If this is what you're trying to achieve, for your nose to look longer. I don't try that much, so I don't normally do this, but this is how you make your nose look longer. If you want to make your nose look shorter, you actually can put it down here and cut your nose so that your nose looks shorter. If you want to make that button nose, you can also put contour around here and make like a button shape to have that like fat button nose, you know. That's it really. So I normally just make my nose a bit slimmer. I don't care about making it longer, and I also don't care about making it buttony because it's quite small. So make sure you blend quite slowly. You don't want those lines to go any wider, and you don't want to be left with lines on your nose. It doesn't look natural and it doesn't look good. Now when it comes to contour, you have to also use like a brightening powder, extreme contour, okay, and highlighting. I'm going to use one from Fenty Beauty. This is the shade Banana, okay. Now before I even start doing that, I'm going to look at my under eyes, see if I have any creasing, go back with my foundation and concealer sponge and just blend down all the creases that I might have gotten. Because I've said this a few times, you don't want to set creases. You set those lines are going to stay there the whole day because you've actually set them into place. Now I'm going to take a bit of powder using a brush and I'm just going to set my under eyes. Can you see how the powder has even brightened my under eyes more than the concealer? I'm also bringing it right on the sides of my nose here. Lifted, voila! I'm still drooping here. Highlight with the powder is also a very crucial step. I'm also highlighting using powder everywhere I want to bring forward. For those of you who want to bake, I don't think I will today. If you guys want to see a baking routine, that's going to be another video. But today we're just going to do a highlight contouring without baking. Is that possible? Yes, it is. You don't have to do the full baking. Baking just means adding powder and oh my god, what did I just do? I'm just baking. I don't know why I was talking about it and then I just ended up doing it. But this is not the most extreme baking, okay? This is just simple baking. Normally you'd use it with a sponge and apply so much powder. What it means is once you apply all that powder and then it soaks into your skin and then you brush off the rest, it makes you highlighted more than just the normal just adding powder and removing it straight away. Your oils work with the powder, you leave it on for some time, and then your whole skin wherever you bake just becomes brighter. Okay, that's what baking is. Does it work for everybody? No. Someone who has very dry under eyes, it doesn't work for. And nowadays I'm finding myself I don't need it. Okay, anyways, let's go to powder contour, because we cream contoured and we just want to set that in place. I'm going to be using a contour powder. This is from MAC. It's called a matte bronzer, but I can use this as contour because it's grayish. There's a difference between this one and this one. This one is more warm. If you guys can see, this has like a warm. This is more gray. Okay, and the more gray it is, the better, because that's going to bring more shadows to your face. I'm going to be using a brush like this that's angled. Can you guys see the angle? This is actually a contour brush. This is from Morphe. It's the E4. Now when you're using an angled brush like this, what you should remember to always do is brush. Can you see the angle? You have to brush upwards, not back and forth. If you brush back and forth, because these move around, you're gonna get more patchy looking contour or bronzer, whatever you're using this brush for. So always just send it in one direction, coming upwards. Don't go back and forth, or else you're gonna look patchy. Even when you're doing your forehead, just go in one direction. I like to contour my lips because it makes my lips look bigger. Who doesn't want to have bigger lips? Now same thing, just sculpt your lips all around. If you do it down here, it makes your bottom lip look bigger. Can you see that? Bigger lips very quickly. Now to blend it, just use the same blender that you had foundation on and just tap it on. Bigger lips, just like that. So easy, so easy. Let's remove the bake from my face with a brush. I don't want it to stay there for so long. You don't need it to stay there for so long. And make a line of powder to brighten that place. Do you see how now the contour looks even more sharp? Now you can let that bake for a while you do everything else, then you can dust it off. So everything that you put on your face brings color and structure to your face. So even blush is important part of contouring. Actually, you don't have to do it sometimes if you don't like blush, but it does help shape your face more. So I'm just taking this blush from MAC here. This is in the shade Ginger. Very good shade for my skin tone. So anyone with my skin tone, I love that. And then I'm just going to pack this on quite high. I like putting everything quite high. Magic, I love that. Okay, now the last thing I would do for me is add bronzer. I never used to be a bronzer girl, but nowadays I am, and I actually love this bronzer right here from Fenty Beauty. It's Island Ting. Now I'm just going to be blending that everywhere I actually put the contour powder, just adding more color, but in a larger space area. I even like to do some on my nose, on my chin, everywhere. I like to bronze my face. I don't even know if you guys can see, but there's something special that happens when you bronze your face. Now the last thing you need to do when you contour, and you're going this high, you're doing this much, take some time to highlight your face. Okay, this is Jubilation from NARS. I'm taking this gold shade here and I'm going to be highlighting my cheekbones. You actually should go to where the light hits. I can see the light is hitting right here, so this is where I'm going to start applying highlight. You're just further helping your face and your features come forward. That's where I'm going to highlight. I also do like to highlight the beginning of my cheeks right here. Also get light right here, so I do like to highlight this place. If you're not oily, you can also highlight the top part. I'm oily, but I do highlight it here. Just don't highlight the forehead, okay? Don't highlight your front, because it looks like Tin Man. That's the first thing you see. You want to just, like, when you turn around, people can see highlight here and people can see highlight there. You don't want to just face on highlight, okay? So don't put the highlight on your face. That's it. We're done. You've highlighted and you contoured your face. Now don't forget to remove this, okay? Imagine if you did. That's it, my loves. We're highlighted, we're contoured, we are blushed, we are looking flawless. This is a very simple routine, okay? But you don't have to do everything that I did. Take small bits and pieces of it and make it yours, okay? If you just want to do powder, just do powder. Just put them in the same areas you see fit. Makeup has no rules. It's individual, whatever you like. I don't always do this, but when I do, I love it, okay? When I do, I'm like, oh, I should do that again, but who has the time, okay? If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. That red thing down there that says subscribe, just press on it, just click on it. It's not too expensive. There's no money you're gonna pay. Just do it, please. Thank you. And also don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos. I hope you guys do enjoy my videos. I say that all the time. Let me know down below if you like this routine, if it's something you can do. Whoever asked for this contouring video, I hope you're satisfied, and if you're not, do let me know. I'm always here for you. I'm going to change things up. I'm going to show you an easier way if you want to, because this is not the only way to contour, and this is not the main way that I contour. There's another easier way that I contour that if you guys want to see, let me know and I'll bring it to you. Okay, see you guys later. Mwah.